Okay, so in last session we have seen how we can create in-memory objects to store to-do for users. In this session we are going to see how we will retrieve, how we will update and delete to-dos which are specific to that user. Let's see what is there which we have in Postman. I am having my server running over here, so let's run the server npx tsc and node server.js. This will run our server on 8085 port, and this is an API to add to do. We were using Postman to send data to that API where username is Ganesh. I am sending description is like create database schema and planning. When I send this, it is creating this object, JSON object in the backend. Username is Ganesh. If I add new to-do list, like it will add one more to-do for this user Ganesh, and if I change the username, it will add a separate user over here under users array. So this one is
voice
working.
clear to you all because it's breaking for me.
Sorry.
No, it's clear for me.
Okay, shall I go ahead? I don't know what can I do. Let me check. If I increase, is it okay
I'll
now?
reconnect.
It will be a bit louder. Hello, Ganesh, are you there? Hello.
Actually, Ganesh is facing some issue, I guess.
Okay.
Because you are very clear.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
fine.
it is clear. So I changed my Wi-Fi because it was not clear to me. We can continue. Sorry for that.
Okay, so I should. Okay. It should not be too loud because in recording it will be too loud if I. Okay. So,
I am able to hear you.
okay, fine. So it is something with the network issue from Ganesh side. So
Yes,
we
yes.
have this
Yeah.
bot
So
available.
it is solved now.
Okay, it is all good to hear. Here, if I refresh in browser as well, I'm getting this user and two of his to-dos. Now what we are going to do, we are going to write retrieve to do for specific user. So to retrieve to do for specific user, let's go to our CG store. This is our store. I'm going to tell hey store, give me to-do list of a user. So let's handle that in one function. So I will write function get to do for user, right? Now I have to write a logic over here. What do I have to give to the store? I have to give username. I'm going to supply username and store is going to supply me to-do list for that user. So to get that to-do list, first I have to see which is the user from this user array is matching with the username which I am supplying. So what I will do, I'll first get that user array, and for each user from that user array I'm getting index of that user. Okay, just to explain you, when I write here this users, that means this means a class and users means the property of this class. So my class has a users property which is an array of CG users. This users property contains number of users, multiple users, and when I write for each, that means it will go inside of this array and give me each user one by one. How does it give me each user? This is a function, this is a simple function. When I run for each, it will return me another function, which is this function, and this function is going to give me user who is CG user. Sorry, it should be like this. Okay, so for each is going to give me each user one by one. This will run till all of the users are went through these functions. So inside of this function, let me reformat this. It will be like this. For each user which I'm getting over here, now I am going to match if this username is matching with the user I am currently on in this list. I also get the index number. That means the sequence number of that user within this array. So let's check if user dot is same as that of sorry username. This is same function we have written it in the previous session. Here what this does, it gets the username which I supply, it checks for this user if the username of this user is matching with the username which I supplied. If it is matching, it returns true. If it is not, it returns false. So now if this user is same as the one username I supplied, then I want to capture index of the current user. So let's I will say user index is equal to, I will not do anything. Now user index is equal to index. Now I have this. Okay, so I have this user index over here. If I get that user, then my user index will be something, or else I can check user index is not equal to undefined, means my user index is set. Then I want to return to-do list over here. How do I return to the to-do list? I can first get the user, this dot users, and the index which I got, and this is actually the user who is matching with my username which I supplied. Dot to do's is the one which I want, and I will return this to-do list. Okay, now let's say if the username which I supplied did not match with any of the user, then I have to throw an error. So in that case, if user index is undefined, then throw error message user not found, and then finally return this function. So what it is doing, I'll explain it again. it is going to get each user from this users array, which the user I will get it over here, and index of that user, that means sequence number of that user from within this array, I get it over here. And this is a function body where I'm going to use these two things like user and index. So first I'm going to check whether the user which I received over here is same as that of the username which I supplied. I already have is same function written in user object, so I will just get my username and match and put it inside is same. If it is the same user, it will return true for this function, and if condition will be satisfied. In that case, user index will be set the index of this user. Let's say first user is someone else and it did not match, then it will not get the user index, then it will go to next user. Let's see it in action. Okay, now my function is complete. Let's use this in our routes. Here I'm going to create a new route. Get to do. You can copy this thing over here. Here I'm going to get username from request dot body dot username, and I'm going to use this username to get the to do for user. So I just have to do cgstore dot get to do for user and username. This will be my to-do list. This is to-do list. Now I will send a response. A to-do list which I get after matching this user, I will send that to my front end using response send. I will convert it into a JSON. Here I can do it like this as well. Send 200. 200 means status 200. That means it is completed. Status code 200. So now let's see what it does. Get to do. Let me stop this server. It is now listening. Go to postman. Send this one again. 1 minute. Okay. Maybe we cannot do it like this.